Hey everyone, Sunright Guy here. Today I'm going to be watching the 6th episode of Let This Grieving Soul Retire. Last episode we had a fun date with our lovely lady Liz. This episode, maybe we'll get more into some of the Sophia Black stuff. I'd be into that, but yeah, let's just jump it in and see how things go. 3, 2, 1, play. Is he still salty? Maybe he should be the one named Cry. He whines all the time. All about that white wolf's den. It's a fun place, yeah. Enjoy yourself. So I've heard. Cry Andre. Mostly agony. It's pretty cool shots sprinkled throughout here. And there's Sophia Black. I knew I recognized her. That's who she was. I knew she was in the opening somewhere. And there's our alchemist girl that was talked about a little bit last episode. Saw a very quick shot of Tino there. Can we go back to that? Also, she's got that super girly run back there. I see we're in the slums over here. But as long as she's with him, the location doesn't matter. We came to the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, probably just, human trafficking stuff. Ice cream shop. I guess that's the real motive here. Sounds like a plan. Speaking her language. It's a lucky SOB, I swear. No, I'm not jealous. Why do you ask? I knew. I was like, let's see, saw that coming. Keikaku Dori, as far as he knows. An obvious joke there is ice cream, scream as in yelling. That's not lost on me. Scream as in the movie Scream, and all of that together, really. I know you have ice cream in there, damn it. Open up. I can break this door. Don't think I can't. I will pound that man. Yeah, then I saw you coming. No, let's Maywaku him all day. Almost like a zombie apocalypse sort of thing from his perspective. Locking up the door, hoping they go away. Uh, I don't... Cameraman, I don't know how he bent himself to give us that exact camera angle shot, but I appreciate it. Probably puts on probably on a dolly, you know. Yeah, can you do that? Nobody's ever around when we need them, are they? Probably kind of a trend. I don't know if I've commented on her like metal armor leggings specifically, but I think I do like. They look really cool on her. I do like it. I wouldn't call it my favorite part of her outfit, but I do really like it. That's not my problem. You know, I remember thinking like Tina was his #1 fan, but man, Liz is not to be outdone. It was, but there's always someone better out there, you know. She stands out so much with that beautiful red hair. You heard the lady. Yeah, she still gives me chills. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I'm not saying they're exactly the same, but like her voice, the way she speaks, it reminds me of Elsa, I think her name is, from ReZero. So I think this was a shot we saw before, like end of last episode. Goddamn Steam. Sounds like a good time. Like, could you imagine how good that would look without the Steam? Like, well, I will invest in a fan if you set it up. But hey, I mean, Tino actually gets screen time. It does sound odd. That girl with the red hair wasn't Sophia, was it? Like, I'm just being a hairist, right? Yeah, that was clearly what she was doing. Yeah, she didn't fully understand the intention, but you can't really blame her. That's not what they wanted to hear. They're still taking it the wrong way. uh, Cowards, all of you. Do I? I wouldn't enlist you if I didn't think you could do it. Uh, you're gonna be fine. Calm down. I just budget. This slime is becoming his white whale. It's like that meme, like, is the slime in the room with us right now? The psychiatrist meme, you know? Liz, what do you have to say on the matter? Me said, indeed. Oh, I don't know how she nails the cutesy voice and the crazy voice both so well. It's a really cute pouty face. You can't say no to that. Since you're all such big babies. Oh, this is so not how we wanted this to go. How can things go so wrong? I'm not going. The whole point was for me not to go. Or anyone else. You always say that, but oh, now that we're all done wetting ourselves, back to the Obsidian Cross. Is that what they were called? They throw a lot of names at me in this show. The people names, group names. Mm, she's so close to the camera. That might have been the closest I've ever seen a face get to the camera, actually. You need to go do something else. Anything else. Just do your best, man. It's not my problem. I guess that would be something to mention. The world is weird sometimes, man. Expect the unexpected. If it's a slime that looks like it could end the world single-handedly, keep that social distance, 6 feet or so. Whatever 6 feet is in non-American terms. The arrogance. Yeah, I bet it would. Sophia. I think I might recognize her voice. I really should look that up. Right. This should be fun. I've been skimming the list and there's not much I recognize her voice actress from. She did Miyako in Wataten, which is cool. I wouldn't have guessed that, but I mean, you may be surprised. I'm not sure I want to. This ringtone, this phone's going off. Hold on, I gotta take this. Yeah, in a cave, that would definitely travel pretty far. Yes. Could you guys have any stupid or evil looks on your face? Yeah, if you want to die, I mean, we'll let you. Like, we would want to stand in your way. Someone's clearly not watched Konosuba. No, no. Very unique Haname, that's for sure. Prism Garden. I love this girl so much. The troubled look on Tino's face, it definitely improves the scene. Nanda. It's not cute when I do it, but oh hey, it's I, thank you. I can't really say that name. Onea Johnson, the R sisters. Yeah, I did notice the same last name. Yeah, they talked before about her, like I swear the episode was only half over like 5 minutes ago. These episodes feel like they just like zoom on by. I mean, I'm a little bit worried. Like we already kind of established you've lost a step. You know what I would pay to have Liz make fun of me? That's her. She-chan. Moshikashite murige. Definitely my favorite part of the ED. I know it's called the Akashic Tower, but I keep wanting to say Akashic Records because of a certain other anime, obviously. Shakariki. Yes, they do. Okay, that was the sixth episode of Let This Grieving Soul Retire, whatever the name of the show is. But yeah, this episode, where to begin on this one? Obviously, continuing our date stuff with Liz, but ice cream shop, clearly a front for the Yakuza. Like, well, instead of Yakuza, obviously evil magic experiment, Akashic Tower stuff, the basically same idea though, right? Like not legit, but the spy clearly seeing how good he is, just let him go, hunted him down, all go according to plan, Kikaku Dori. Like this show, like I know someone left a comment about it, but it does have a lot of that Sasuga Ein Sama energy. And if you don't get that reference, it's a little bit hard to explain. But basically, Overlord with Eins does a similar thing where people see something that happens as a result of the protagonist. They like I don't even know what the best way to describe it is, but basically they do the best, they do the most positive, most flattering interpretations of what they say and do to make it seem like they just like everything's like a 500 IQ play, big brain play. They know everything. They know what they're doing. If something happens that works out, that's just a coincidence. No, it wasn't just a coincidence. It was, he's just that good. He had all this planned out. He knows what he's doing, even though he doesn't. It's the same idea. So I pretty much just abbreviate that concept as just calling it Sasuga Ein Sama. I say I as if I invented it. Obviously I didn't, but that's just kind of the idea behind it. So definitely a lot of that in the show was my overall point. Sophia Black, we got like a little bit of her, like not a super amount, but enough that I got a bit more of a feel for her character, right? And she's always a joy to have on screen. She really has that presence to her. That certainly hasn't changed. But so yeah, as far as plot goes, mostly just kind of setting up for the raid, right? Like wanting to send Arc, not possible, I guess. So we send just grab a lot of small fry to equal one big fry is kind of the logic there, which isn't necessarily wrong, depending on the context, but it's very wrong here because that wasn't the point. He didn't want to send Arc because they were that level of power was needed. Just just wanted to do it. Like don't overthink it. So it puts us in a bit of an awkward position. It was hilarious though when he saw this was not necessary, at least not from his perspective. Wanted to just like cut it in half. That Thanos snap. Like happy you're good enough. The immediate just look of fear and just immediate just pants wetting that happened amongst everyone there. Like they were sure they were gonna die. Like the you have all these people because you needed this many people. If you only send half the people, maybe it'll get done, maybe it won't, but most of us will probably die in the process. Like I don't want to do that. Like they just went full coward mode like real quickly, like from 0 to 100 on the coward scale. So that was quite funny to watch him try to deal with that. But just such a good example of things backfiring that overall plan. But because he sounds so sure of himself when he says things like "great idea," "I'm so smart," like this is great. And a lot of the time, it's not as great as he thought it was, right? But Akashic Tower, they're still doing their thing. They're understandably a little bit worried because how things are moving, right? Even though things aren't quite, even though they also kind of misinterpret things like everyone in the show does. Like they probably are still in some trouble though, because we did have Shi-chan, that's what I'm gonna call her, the sister to Liz. We got a little bit of her in this episode. She didn't do much in this episode, but the way things were set up, I think she'll have a bigger role in the next one. So that's something to look forward to seeing, right? Because she's obviously had tied together with this whole Akashic Tower subplot from what they said. But that's all I really had to say about the overall plot of the episode. I just kind of want to talk about Liz for a little bit, and Tino to a lesser extent, because like I went into the show, take a brief look at characters, designs, and stuff like that, and I immediately gravitated towards Liz. I thought I would like her, and I definitely did. But then, kind of like Tino, more took front and center ahead of her, so she got a lot more of that screen time, got a lot more focus. So to the point where I was like, maybe I misjudged. Tino might be best girl in the show. Like, you know, I, I was pretty confident on that at a certain point, right? The more we got of her. But then the pendulum started swinging back around because they gave us more and more of Liz. And that definitely proved my initial assumption was the correct one, and that Liz is indeed best girl in the show. Like, her character design, 10 out of 10, outfit, everything included with that. She's obviously very loyal and loves our protagonist quite a lot, so extra points for that. She's also very very scary, very powerful. She's got that bit of craziness to her, right? She's very hyperactive, energy filled. She's bouncing around the room sometimes. So whenever she enters the scene, she kind of like commands the scene. Like when everyone was being all cowardly, I absolutely loved everything we got of her in that scene, especially like the camera angle stuff. I know I talk about camera angles a lot in this show, but like the camera stuff was on point. The way she just kind of like presents herself, the way she just carries herself, the movements that she does, even the movements of like when she was impatient, like bouncing like side to side from him in the chair. The scene where Tino had that, you know, uh, mildly annoyed look on her face. That scene. Just like she has a lot of these just fun, energetic, bouncy kind of just infectious enthusiasm kind of scenes, and just everything we get at Liz I love, I think, is what my overall point I'm trying to say. I do like Tina a lot as well, but she can't compete with that. In another show, Tina would be best girl because she's that high of tier, but Liz just you can't beat her. You just can't beat Liz is really what it comes down to. So Liz's best girl was basically what I was trying to say with that probably 5 minute long tangent there, but yeah, good show. Continuing to enjoy it, considering I'm liking how things are progressing, and we should get some big showdown between these mage people in the hunters, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. So just gotta wait and see. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.